Beautiful girl, can we just stop and talk a while at please be careful with my heart? Ilan sa mga awiting pinasikat ng romantic balladeer and songwriter na si Jose Marichan. Mula noon hanggang ngayon, ang mga awiting ito ay patuloy na nagpapaantig sa ating mga puso.
Love is the greatest source of inspiration.
You graduated with a degree in economics, so why did you decide to go into the music industry?
Music has always been my passion since I was a kid. I remember I was 9 years old when my yaya took me to a radio station in Iloilo City where I grew up. And I participated in a radio show called Children's Hour, where kids of all ages recited poetry, played the piano, and I sang. I sang a song by Frankie Lane. But then came a time when I felt that singing other people's songs was no longer enough.
Yes.
Then it so happened that in 1958-59, there was a crop of singer-songwriters that came into the scene. And that really inspired me to try and write my own music.
Yes. And of course, you have also worked with several international artists. How would you say that this experience has been?
It was only in the latter part of my career when I began interacting and working with foreign artists. But before that, I was just doing my own in this country.
So of course, you're very well known for your love songs and your ballads. Why did you decide to go into the genre?
Well, of course, love is the greatest source of inspiration. When I see a pretty girl, in fact, I feel like a song coming on. No, love is the greatest source of inspiration, and I'm just a born romantic. When I was a kid, I used to fantasize serenading Marilyn Monroe and Lana Turner. You wouldn't know these names.
I do.
They came before your time. So it's natural that most of my songs are love songs.
Yes.
And when I was courting my wife, I wrote many songs for her. And then after we got married and we had children, I continued to write songs for my wife. Yeah, I think she's probably one girl that has had the most number of songs
written about.
Yes, yes. And I sing them in my concerts. And in my concerts, I give the background stories of how I came to write those songs.
Okay.
Various stages of our married life.
Oh, wow.
And courtship, of course.
Okay. So would you say that you have a favorite song?
My songs are like my children. Each one is unique.
Yeah.
Each one is special. Each one is precious.
Of course.
So I wrote my songs under different circumstances. And so, no, I can't really say I have all of them are my favorite songs.
Okay. Speaking of your wife and kids, how would you describe yourself as a family man?
If you ask my children, they'll probably tell you that Dad is a Peter Pan. I have this child in me that has not grown old.
Yes.
I grow up, but I don't grow old. When my kids were growing up, I played games with them, I read comics to them, we went to the same movies, and we did things together. And even now, when we have our get-together, I'm not your stern, strict father. I'm not really a disciplinarian. And not too long ago, we went on a safari.
Yes.
We went to Botswana in Africa, and we had a great time. Yeah.
Speaking of Peter Pan, your songs are kind of like you then, because they're also timeless. How does it feel like now that even until now, the current generation still knows your songs?
Children know how to make other children sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably my most popular song has got to be Christmas in Our Hearts.
Yes.
I mean, it's a 22-year-old, 23-year-old song, but thank God, every year it's revived and sung, and it has become like an anthem in the Philippines. And I feel proud, and yet I feel humble.
Okay.
Music is God's gift
Do you have any advice to give to future aspiring songwriters and singers?
I want to encourage you to continue writing, to continue singing, to express yourselves, because there will come a time when we will run out of original Filipino songs. And music, our music reflects the character of our nation. And without that, we will be a nameless society.
Sir, I'm sure you get this all the time, but can we ask you for a sample?
Fancy meeting you alone in the crowd. Couldn't help but notice your smile. While everybody else around us is going about. Can we just stop and talk a while?
Love is in the air. Ang sarap talagang pakinggan ng kanyang mga awitin kahit ulit-ulitin pa. Ngayong Love Month, ang mga awitin ni Jose Marie Chan ang bidang-bida. Hanggang sa susunod na pagkilala sa mga katangi-tanging Pilipino, ako si Carla Lizardo.